What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to build a quick and dirty simple box to go around my 3D printer, because as you know, with an open air 3D printer, in other words, one with everything exposed to the elements, when you're trying to print ABS plastic, it's basically impossible to get a good print. I don't care what kind of 3D printer you have, if it's not enclosed in some way, you will have problems printing ABS. Now, printing PLA, you can print PLA all day long. You're going to get a good print. But if you go on my channel and you look at the Root 2 CNC machine that I've been working on, I got everything printed. Basically, I'm just a matter of putting the thing back together. But I printed that using PLA, and I kind of want to print all the pieces out again using ABS. And part of the issue, this is ABS, and it actually came out rather good somewhat, but you can see that as it started going up, this is the bottom, it was starting to separate, and that's not good. And those separations, turn into weakness. And another part, you can see it started to separate really bad. I mean, it started coming apart quite bad, and you can see the separations here. So what I did was I tried to go back with the heat gun and try to fuse it all back together, and it just really kind of screwed it up. So my solution is to build an enclosure just big enough to go around the 3D printer. And I thought, well, the 3D printer doesn't have to be on my workbench here. I can actually save me a lot of space by putting it underneath, which would help out a lot with thermals as well. This is what it's looking like. I got my two sides on there. I got one more side here. That side's going to be the door, and then we're going to have a top to it. Okay, so aside from like a door or whatever, it's pretty much complete. We have accomplished a box. And just to answer any possible questions, the reason why I chose Ready Board is because, and you know, not like a regular cardboard box or anything like that, is because Ready Board is foam. It is literally foam with paper on either side. So my thoughts on that is the foam should act as a really nice insulator. Oops, nice camera work. So yeah, the foam should work as a really nice insulator to keep the thermals in here, because you want it to heat up like an oven. So that way the ABS plastic stays warm as long as it can, so as it's gradually cooling down, it'll stay together in one piece. Not only that, ABS plastic smells. It smells horrible, it stinks. And the chemicals can be pretty bad for you as well. So any chance you get to keep those chemicals away from you, the better. Plus it gives me a chance to use a hot glue gun. I love hot glue guns. Alright, now that the box is pretty much complete, we're going to go ahead and put the box in here, and I apologize for the lighting. The lighting is pretty horrible. I didn't install any film lighting for underneath my bench, but let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. Alright, well, I had ended up cutting this off for filming, but this guy right here is the reason for doing what I'm doing. So yeah, we're going to have noise, guys. Our noisy ass AC going. Let's move this crap out of the way. Put our box in here. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't rip my wires out. No, I did not. Let's slide on in there. There, look at that. Oops, there you go, guys. Check that out. She is nestled right back in there in her little foam Ready Board box that costed $3. No, $5. Alright, well, got her on. She seems to be nice and happy. We've got plenty of room. She's all the way back. So, I almost just did screw up, so I can make another piece right here if I wanted to. But let's print out that test piece without a door first, and hopefully maybe having this much enclosed in will help it out. Okay, so she's in there. I got a little light hot glued up in there. Seems to make it look all right. And we've got our temperatures rising. The hot end is right here. It's at 237.5. Should go to 240. And our bed temperature right here is slowly creeping up, but it's getting there. And I've got the AC going full force, so it's nice and chilly in here. And let's see if this box helps out. Again, I'm doing a test to see without a door first, to see if it heats up nice and fine in here. If not, we'll find something to cover it. Ideally, I want to get, the reason why I left this out wider right here is because I want to get some of that, that thick foam insulation that goes in between walls. I mean, the hard foam, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, here's what I have. This is what I was talking about. Problems with printing ABS in a cold ass room. So just by having this front exposed to the air inside the room, it wasn't allowing this bed to stay at its temperature. It was constantly struggling to stay at 90 degrees Celsius. And with it open, you can see it's at 74 now, and it's struggling to even go up slowly but surely. It's at 75 now. In order for the ABS to stick properly and stay there, I wanted to keep it around 90, 100 ideally. So I didn't have a piece big enough, so I took two pieces and I hot glued them together. I know it's ugly, but this is pretty much more or less, if it works, then we'll make a proper door. Since we do have this, we're not going to be able to see in here. I put my webcam right there, and that's what it looks like. So I can open up my Logitech software, and I can open up, well, I can see inside the box, and I can cut my light on in there to give it a little bit of light. And there, the 3D printer is entombed in its little capsule, as you were, or as it is. Let's unplug the hot glue gun. And you can see that's a live feed inside the box. And we are at 81.59 degrees Celsius on that bed. So hopefully it'll reach 90. We'll do a reprint and hopefully it works out this time. Oh man, look at that. That is working a treat. That's working great. And it's rating 95.96, and it's supposed to be at 90, but it's at 96.15. So but everything seems to be going fine. I'm kind of nervous because I can't see in there with my own eyes. But that's also going to cut down on the fumes too, because this ABS stuff, man, it really smells. So the printer is going to town. I want to watch some YouTube. The printer's in the box, so I'm going to move it over here. There we go. So now I've got the webcam on that TV right there, which frees me up to be able to watch some YouTube. Alright, the print is done, so let's go check on it. Okay, my opinion on this print, ABS, I think it did really well. It looks pretty good. I'm not really seeing anything that's too troublesome. I do see a very slight bit right there, and there's some stuff right there. But really, honestly, I mean, look at that hole, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not into boat lingo, but yeah, this is a huge success compared to this. This was without a door. And this was simply with a door. So, yeah. I've got my, one thing I noticed is I need to move this webcam into a better location, because this is about as high as it could possibly get. So I kind of want to probably raise it up and mount it, so that way I can adjust it up and down to be able to get to bigger prints. Light, I'm going to move my light right here. I'm going to move it to over here somewhere, so that way it shines light better that way, because with it facing down, obviously it you know, it gets blocked by the extruder and all that good stuff. But that was pretty successful. If you like this video, then like it. If you dislike, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, do all that really good stuff. Yeah, check out the links in the description below. And thanks for watching. Bye.